So today, we are here to honor you, Emma. This is not a project. Come up here. I want you to look.
Yeah, she has a big heart. She loves to do anything.
She doesn't do the dancing or singing anymore, but then she found her art.
She never says no. Emma is just like, anything you need, she is there to help you out.
She's super quiet, but when you get to know her, she's great.
Emma wants a twin too. So I think she got a little bit of both personalities.
Amanda, I'm so excited about the Kindness Kid. This episode is going to be so good. We have Miss Emma Peercy. She's only 16 years old, and this girl, she went through some hard times when she was younger, went through some medical procedures. They're going to learn about that, but I'll tell you what, she overcame it because she totally fell in love with art. And now she uses that art, her love for art, to serve others through volunteerism. This is going to be a great show.
Oh, she has amazed me by all the ways that she gives back with her talents to help others, whether that is through the hospice Valentine card making, the kids art camp that she does, and then she has even taken her talents and drawn portraits for families that have lost a loved one. She is truly a kindness kid.
She is, and there's even more than that they're going to learn about this amazing Emma Peercy. I tell you, I'm excited about this show.
This show is awesome. You are going to want to stay tuned and be excited with us as we surprise Emma in our Kindness Kid show.
Emma was born with bilateral cleft lip palate, and that's when you're, you know, like 4 to 8 weeks, when your face starts to fuse together, nose, lips, palate. Hers didn't fuse properly, all the way. And so she went many years, and it didn't even affect her. You're a kid, you don't think about that kind of stuff. But, and then she hit middle school, and I think that's when she became aware that people might look at her differently or stare, or like her differences, she noticed her differences.
Yeah.
And so she struggles with some social anxiety a little bit, but that's when the art comes into play.
She expresses herself through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always liked to go places and volunteer, and just especially art things. We love to do anything related to art.
Before I met Emma, I met her grandma. I was doing the sidewalk chalk thing out here, and her grandma walked up and says, "You've just got to see and meet my granddaughter and see her artwork." And so she pulls the phone out and she's scrolling through it, and I'm like, wow, you know, I'm like impressed by the artwork. And so, which led to me meeting her for the first time. We did downtown Christmas before last, did a window painting. A lot of the businesses they gave us paint markers, and I got to meet Emma. She very soft-spoken, but very friendly and cool. And when she opened up, it was great. She went over there by Ryko's Jewelers, and she said, "Is this window okay?" I said, "Knock yourself out." And when I came back and looked at her again, she had this beautiful winter scene with it was just, she's so talented and so great. Then I messaged her mom a few months down the road for the 50th anniversary for Audubon area. They wanted me to do some face painting, and I needed some help. And she was right there. She never says no.
She was going through a phase where she was picking at her fingers, and we tried to get her to stop. She finally did, but she did a painting of a kid with her head on her knees and hands right here, and just blood just dripping off of them. And that's when we realized that she was expressing herself through her art.
And that painting actually got featured at Winsboro Museum of Fine Art.
I have a picture of it.
Yeah, they picked 2 of her paintings for one of the jury exhibits, and they put it up there, and that was really cool. She was proud of that.
It's more of like her mom wanted us to start doing things, so I just volunteered with her, just a few things. It was fun. Like, I like doing things, just anything art related.
In the very beginning, we're at First Christian Church over on JR. She's tucked away in the kitchen because she's very soft-spoken and very shy. And I'm like, just come out when you feel like you're ready. And she does. And so she picks a table and she sits down very quietly. And we were painting that day. And she just starts painting very quietly. Before she even knows it, she's got a huddle of kids around her, and they're just amazed. And they're like, you look at their pictures and they're trying to do what she's doing. And they're like, hey, how do you do this? And, you know, I really like those colors. And she's giving them pointers, taking them under her wing. You wouldn't believe that it was the same person who was very nervous and shy a few moments ago.
And then that's when he was like, hey, you know, I really think that she would do great at the Bulldog, as this Bulldog art camp. So that's what she did. She was nervous at first.
She didn't want to do it.
Yep, she did. But I'm just like, you really should try it and get out there. Because I know that you're gonna meet a kid that's gonna be like in awe of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened, and I know
Yep,
she
did.
talked about a few kids that she kind of connected with, and they were like, oh, that's awesome.
We like to do Christmas Wish a lot, and we did Valentine's Day cards for hospice a few days ago, and it's fun to do.
But I think she really likes the reactions from people when they see her art that she draws for people. Like, my mother passed away last year, unexpectedly. And the day before the funeral, I said, Emma, can you do a drawing of Grandma for Papa? 4 hours later, she had a masterpiece.
It was kind of like a last minute thing, and we just wanted her to do something for my Mima because it's been really hard, and we just knew it would make her day, so.
She's just her own person, and that's what I love about her. You know, people go through life and try to please everybody, try to adjust to what other people want. It's her.
When I think about how young she is and where she's at in her life, a teenager, I can't even imagine what she's going to accomplish over the course of her lifetime with her service and her talent and the willingness, like you said, to share that with other people.
She's amazing deep down in her soul.
Yeah.
She just wants to live in a world where people can get along and be happy and less judgmental, and that's her.
And help each other.
Yep.
Every time I turn around, she has her hand in a new volunteer thing. And I just wanted to nominate her because she's like an outstanding youth. And if we had more people like that in our community, I mean, the sky's the limit for what could be accomplished.
Amanda, I'm super excited. We talked a little bit earlier about the surprise that's going to happen right here in this very room at Puzzle Pieces. She loves art.
She does.
She loves helping kids. And here at Puzzle Pieces, y'all do art in this room, you told me.
Yes.
And you work with kids, so let's tell her we're having a fake meeting. She won't know it's fake. Let's tell her we're going to have a meeting right here about arts, bringing together with folks with special needs. She'll be all over it.
Listen, I love all of your vision. I hope that I can pull off the surprise. I think bringing her here and being able to pour love into her as much as she's poured out into others, and having her family, her friends, and the volunteers all right here in this room, it's going to be special, and I can't wait to do it.
It is going to be special. I see some places where we can hide some cameras around the room to capture it. We'll even tell her that we're filming it so other people can see your presentation, your fake presentation. Now, you have to get her sitting right here in front. That way, we can sneak her family in the back, and she's gonna, once she gets up, turns around, she's gonna be super surprised.
She is, and I think I can pull it off. We'll bring her right here in the front. We're gonna love on her. I hope that we can surprise her the way and give back to her the way that she does that to everyone else. She has a great heart, and I cannot wait to surprise her and award her the Kindness Kid.
I have faith in you, Amanda. Let's do this. You ready?
Yes,
go.
let's go. Before we kind of get into that project, I really want to be able to share a story and a poem with you all to kind of really set the tone and the inspiration behind why this project is so important to us. And it's going to start with a little girl, a story of a little girl that I heard that has really just shown the example of what art can do, not only for people, but for when we share that and we share our gifts and we honor our talents that God had given us, when we share that with others of how we can change people's life. But there was a little girl, and she was in and out of hospital. She was going through a lot of procedures, a lot of hard times, and when she was in her hospital bed, she discovered that she loved art. And in that, she learned as she became a teenager, she started to realize that she had a gift, and she started to share that gift with others. And so over the time, as she started to share and blossom, even though that she was maybe sad or anxious or nervous and afraid or felt lonely at times, art was her safe haven, and she started to open that up and share that with other people. And that is what the true gift that we don't realize in our world when we have a gift and we start sharing that with others, the influence that we have. And that's what we do here at Puzzle Pieces for sure. But you all as young women have the ability to do that with other people when you honor your gifts. And so I want to read a poem to you all. Really being able to, and this was written in thinking about that little girl and that teenager that found the love of art and started to share that with other people. And the title of this poem is Paint a Hero. To try and paint a hero, it takes a lot of stuff. A canvas, paint, a palette, and of course a brush. The subject must be brave and kind, but have a heart to fight. It takes a lot of patience to get every shade just right. There are a lot of colors, each brushstroke a story told of this mighty warrior that is humble and quiet but bold. It just made them stronger, the troubles in the past. Like a rainbow of colors, they know the storm won't last. For the greatest that are among us give their gifts away. They are the first to be the last and put others in first place. So today, we are here to honor you, Emma. This is not a project. Come up here. I want you to look. I'm gonna have you hold this, okay? I'm gonna have you hold this. So, on behalf of Volunteer Owensboro, one of the things that we wanted to start, and you were the first recipient, is the Kindness Kid project. And you are the first recipient because you have found art as your gift and you have shared that gift with others. And so everyone in this room, I've heard so many stories about how amazing you are and how you love and you empower people. Now you're gonna make me cry. But people in this room love you because you give your heart out to other people. And so thank you for what you do. And we have gifts because every great artist needs more art project stuff. And because you pour out to everyone else another little surprise, this was a designed trophy designed especially for you in mind. And this is for the Kindness Kid project. And this is yours.
Let's go.
Do you have anything you want to say? Are you surprised?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have? Listen, I've heard so many of them. I thought we were going to give it away, but I've heard your dad was moved to tears the entire time he talked. So was your mom. and your best friend. Everybody has said what a great heart you have, and I don't want you to ever lose sight of the light that you give to others. And so art has been able to do that for you, and now you share that, your gifts, with others, and that is what being not only kindness, but that is a true servant's heart, honoring your gifts from God and being able to share that with other people. That's exactly what we want our youth to do to shape our community, and you have that influence, and we're so proud of you. So, give it up for Emma! What does it feel like to be the first recipient of the Kindness Kid Project? Let me hold this for you.
Scary.
Scary. Are you moved beyond, like I saw you crying, is that because you're happy or is that because you feel a certain way?
Both.
Both?
Uh-huh.
Are you excited about all this art project?
Yeah.
What has been, so I've gotten to hear that you like draw portraits of people.
Mm-hmm.
What has been your favorite portrait that maybe you have drawn?
I did one of my grandma, and I did one of her.
So you did one, and this is your friend, right?
Yeah.
And what's her name?
Lily.
Lily. And you did one of your grandma, and that was for something that was really special, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the story. I'm gonna cry. Like, that's the story that moved me, in knowing that you have a gift and you're using that for good. And not a lot of people do that, especially your age. So thank you, and congratulations on being the Kindness Kid.
Thank you.
So proud of you. Well, Emma, I'm so excited to have you here, and you're in the hot seat because you just was the award winner for Kindness Kid. So I want to ask you a few questions. So tell me about the time that you started to fall in love with art as a kid.
I was at my dad's house for the weekend. I was like maybe 6, and I drew like 25 pictures of Peppa Pig in like 2 hours, and my dad was really proud of them.
So when you were 6 and you fell in love with art, right? What did art help you to do when you were younger? Because you had some medical experiences, right?
Yeah.
So some hard times when you were younger. How did art help you through some of those hard times?
Before I had my surgeries, I would be drawing just random things, and I would have my stuffed animals with me, and I would draw them too.
So you just found some peace within being able to draw some of the things that you loved and that you were surrounded with. I love that. Tell me about what was the day like? Did you always know that you were good at art? Like, when was this moment that you're like, man, I'm kind of good at this?
Maybe like 9th grade, because I was drawing like portraits of people in my math class, and all these people like gathered behind me and like watched me in the middle of my math class. It was really scary, but yeah.
It sounds like a pretty special moment, so people saw your talents.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about, you took your talent, so that's when you knew that you were gifted in art, right? Tell me about your experience of volunteering. How did you use art and you volunteered? Why was that so important to you?
Because I like to see like how it changes people.
Ooh.
And like if I draw a picture for someone and they like get really happy about it, it makes me feel good.
It's important we all have that experience when we're gifting and loving on other people, that internally that makes us happy, right?
Yeah.
I love that. So what has been your favorite thing that you've done in volunteering? Because I've heard a lot of things that you've done to volunteer and give back. What's been your favorite one?
I did this thing at a homeless shelter where I taught a couple people how to make these paper dolls of themselves. And this old lady, she sat beside me and she made one. And she said I was really good at it. So
sorry. She said I was really good at teaching how to, like, what to do. And I was really shocked by that because I'm really bad at talking to people.
So it was like an instant connection that when you took your talents and was teaching and volunteering and you felt that they honored that, that was a really good feeling for you. As a kid, I don't know that you realize this, but as a kid your age, a young adult, it's really hard to put yourself out there and volunteer. What made you take that first step? Like, if somebody was watching and they're a kid your age, why is it important for them to take that first step to volunteer?
Because you never know how it could change someone or like have an impact. You never know how it will make you feel and like how it will, doing something for someone else will make you feel special and wanted, I guess.
I couldn't say it better myself. That is incredible, and that's experience when you give selflessly like that to other people. When you received, did you know that you were receiving the Kindness Kid Award?
No.
Explain that feeling. What was that like now that you've been able to be surprised by that? What was that feeling?
Terrifying. Like really, really scary.
Because you're used to putting other people in the light, and this time it's hard to be a recipient of people pouring in and loving on you.
Yeah. And I had like really bad social anxiety, so it was really hard.
What would be some advice that you would give to some of the people listening to be able to find their talents and be able to gift that out? What would be something that you would tell to them?
Just try new things and see how it makes you feel and how it might make you feel to have an impact on someone else.
Because when you volunteer and when somebody volunteers and gives their heart and pours out to other people, it does something internally to show you value and feel seen. And so I love that. And that just shows you her heart and why you are the best person to receive such a special award, and something that we want to be contagious for other young women and men of your age to be able to go out there and volunteer. So thank you for being so kind and sharing your talents and your love with other people. That's so important. Do you have any other stories that you want to share that was something that you'll always remember?
Me and my mom, we volunteered to make Valentine's Day cards for people at hospice. Told us before we walked in there that the guy was like probably not wanting to talk to anyone or like in a bad mood or something. And whenever we walked in there, he was like the nicest person ever. And then we found out that he passed away. And I really wanted to draw him for his funeral. And then I drew him, and then we like took it there. And a girl in my class was related to him, so she told me that she was related to him, and they said that they really liked it.
It's a true gift, and something that I just love and cherish, that God given you a gift of being able to capture such a sweet moment and being able to give that moment back to a family or back to somebody to be able to cherish. So you're taking your talent and your time, which is what it's all about when we're talking about volunteering and having an impact on people's life. And I just love all of the stories that you have shared and getting to know you, because it's truly a gift that God has given you, that you continue to make an impression on other people. So thank you. Thank you for being kind, but thank you for also honoring your gift and sharing that with others.
Thanks.
So I heard that you like red velvet cake. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is it your favorite of all time?
Yeah.
Well, I heard from someone that you liked red velvet cake, and I happen to have some red velvet cake here, and I'm gifting these red velvet cake to you because I heard it was your birthday. So
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
So today is your birthday, right?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
So on behalf of the Kindness Kid show, we have just loved your story and we're wishing you the best birthday ever.
Thank you. I love these cupcakes.
You love those cupcakes.
Perfect.
Thank you, Emma, for being the first recipient of the Kindness Kid Award. It was an honor to get to know you. Thank you for watching The Kindness Kid. Tune in to meet the next world changer.
She's a very humble, kind person who just wants to do good. And when it comes to Christmas Wish, it always makes my day when her and her friend Lily come in and they just dive right in and say, what can we do, Barb?
So my mother lost my stepdad to cancer. And one of the things I did this last Christmas was I asked Emma if she wanted to draw a picture of my mom and my stepdad from their wedding day. And she drew it, I mean, pinpoint everything, every detail of that picture. She drew it perfect. And I saw my mom cry in my arms for a good 15 minutes. I told her that Emma drew it, and she was beyond belief.
When you put creativity and that warm, welcoming personality and smile together, I think it's just really magical what it can do for other creatives that are around her.